I'm Deb Courtney. I want to talk to you today in this video about developing an extraordinary community versus just knowing people. Now, we all know people, and we all have a certain kind of community that we have. You know, we have our family community, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews. We have our school friends community. You may be a member of a basketball team or a volleyball team. You've got those folks that you have a community with. Your church or civic organization that you're part of a community with. But be the one who has developed key relationships. You want to develop key relationships. And in doing that, you will find a deeper success can come from that. And so that's what I want to talk about today. The first thing I want to talk to you about is build an effective network. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you know, if you've got at least 50, that's good. If you've got 10, that's better than 0. But you need to have an the word is effective network. You know, I like counselors I get to go to, people, close friends of mine, people that are of influence that I listen to and talk to. So you need to build an effective network. Not every network that you have is effective. I hate to break it to you. You know what? You have your girlfriends network. That's just your girlfriends, and that's fine. You need them for a certain situation. However, as you grow and go in your skills and in your career, there are people that you need to find out who they are, what they do, and how that can help you to succeed. Now, I'll give you an example. I have a girl that I know, and she likes to be she likes to work with mechanical things. And so I had a book from a local university, and I showed it to her in regards to the top 100 companies that have a 10 million or more annual profit. Then the next line of companies that have a 5 million, and then a million. And so it was all in organized in order. And if some of those companies that she may like to go to work with, I wanted to give her that information so that those companies might be something that she may want to go visit HR and talk to them about being employed with that company. See, building an effective network. And I think a lot of times, really, that our local colleges and universities where we're at can help us do that and talk to the counselors there. That's what I like about having an effective network. So I want to pass that on to you folks. Build you an effective network that will help you become successful, that you have can get influence that will lift you up and take you to the places that you want to be. Okay? The next one is strengthen your personal foundations, strengthen your personal boundaries, have a high personal standard, and feel good about yourself. Boundaries are tough, especially if you've got a lot of history with an individual and they're just not going where you're going. And you just kind of have to put a boundary around yourself so as not to be, they may drag you down, or they may not totally lift you up, or maybe they just can't get their thinking up. There's a lot of people like that. And it may be, it can be friends, it can be family members, it can be a lot of different people that you know. There are people that are for you, and then and they're helping you, and then there's just people that are friends, and then there's a group of people that are just associates. So you have to kind of distinguish the difference between each one and what category they belong in. Not saying anything bad about them. Not got nothing to do with that. It's just that they may not be where you're at. And you do outgrow people sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with that. You've just got your journey that you're going to take, and they have theirs. But sometimes you do have to put boundaries around people and not let them influence you in a negative way. Remember, I said that in the last video. Get your thinking up. Sometimes we do allow, and we do it, we don't really are conscious of it, but we let our thinking get down. You always got to get your thinking up. And that's a good way to put it. That was the way it was put with me. Somebody told me, hey, Deb, you need to get your thinking up. And they were right. I did need to get my thinking up. And I began that. And once you begin that, and you start walking in the strength of who you are, some people are just going to fall away. It works that way sometimes. Okay, so the next one is attract people who wish to intermingle with you, rather than folks who just are just needy. There are people that we come across that are needy people. And I don't mean needy people like as far as homeless people. I'm not talking about that kind of needy. I'm just talking about maybe friends that they're not going anywhere. They don't have anything on the ball. They don't know. Maybe they don't know. They're clueless. Maybe you can help them with a personality assessment to figure out and find out who they are. They may just be there. Nothing really right or wrong about it or bad about it. It's just that you need to have people in your sphere of influence, attract people that will help you to develop where you need to do what you need to do. And you'll know if people are needy. They just need you a lot, need you to do this, need you to do that. And that is, for me, when I have experienced that, everything I have talked to you about, I have experienced in my life. And somebody who just needs you to loan them money, give them money. I can't do this, I can't do that. They have an excuse for everything. They're just, and you'll be able to determine this after a while of interacting with them, who is needy and who you need to interact with so that you can be above and beyond all that you were created to be. And those are just three simple suggestions, thoughts, and ideas. You don't have to do any of them. You can do one or two of them. Sometimes you have to work on them a little bit at a time. I know I did. Sometimes people just won't get out of your life like you wish they would. Sometimes you just have to say, I'm not available. You may be available, but you're not available to them. That doesn't mean you're being ugly to anybody. There's a right way and a wrong way to talk to someone. And so you really talk to them with the right tone of voice, the right way. Say, you know what, I really don't have time right now. We'll just have to take a rain check, so forth and so on. And eventually, as weeks and months roll by, they're on to something else, you're on to something else. And that's the way a lot of times you pass people on your journey in doing life. So anyways, those have helped me. I hope they helped you. Go ahead and make it a great day. I'm glad you found me, and I'm glad I found you. See you again next time.